People of Reddit. People who don't own a cell phone. How's life? I'm writing this on behalf of my friend who doesn't have a cell phone and he says life's pretty good. Life is easy and simple. I wrote this on a paper and let a dev extract it into Reddit. First, texting is super weird. My iPad is huge, so I gotta carry it around to send messages. Imagine me at the mall, pulling out my giant iPad to text my friends. People look at me like I'm crazy. Second, making calls is hilarious. I use this app to make calls, but I have to hold my iPad up to my face. It's like, hello, can you hear me? And everyone around is staring, trying not to laugh. Then there's taking photos. My friends whip out their phones and snap pics, but I have to use my big ol' iPad. I look like a tourist all the time. Trying to get a selfie, forget it, my arms aren't long enough. But hey, I can watch movies on a big screen anywhere I go. Waiting for the bus, boom, Netflix on my iPad. And video games, they're huge on my iPad. My friends are jealous when I play on this big screen. Yeah, life without a phone is kinda crazy but fun. My iPad is my buddy, even if it makes people laugh. I ditched my phone after I quit an insanely stressful job where I needed to be available all the time, and that was very bad for my mental health. Now I do environmental work and rewilding, and my trees usually have little in the way of urgent catastrophes that need to be addressed within minutes. People grumbled at first, but I still get invited to parties, LOL. The only people on Reddit without a cell phone broke, lost it in a drunken haze, and are actively trying to replace it. Asking a question like this is kind of like when Stephen Hawking threw that party for time travelers. Life sucks either way. It's just different kind of pain. I don't know who wrote this. I have no phone. I was on a plane with a college professor from Arizona flying to DC because a prestigious school wanted him. He already knew he wouldn't take the job but wanted to see the city, LOL. He said he didn't use phones or computers. Completely happy. Now the crazy part. He wanted to go to university from the airport. 5-mile pedestrian route from the airport, but it was like below 40. Man got his backpack and hoofed it. I offered a ride, but he wanted the experience. Hope all is well. I don't have online or the emails. They're probably celebrating it. My friend doesn't own a cell phone, and he says it's like living in the 90s, more face-to-face convos, less screen time, and no endless group chats. Pretty chill, honestly. I'm just imagining them firing up the old Pentium 3 to respond to this thread. Honestly, it must be freeing not to be constantly bombarded by notifications. How do you stay connected without feeling left out? Oh God, I read this and I got a sick feeling in my tummy. Oh, the humanity. Peaceful and joyful. It's like living in the 1980s, but with Wi-Fi and no one can track you down. They can't tell you because they'll never see this post, haha. You definitely don't need one. I'm over 5 years. Just get a PC. Got the phone I'm using from my workplace, so technically I don't own a cell phone. My phone's genuinely stopped working, so just been using a tablet for a bit. It's kinda irritating as I have some appointments I need to book. People don't realize how hard it is in society without a phone. Mine broke a year or so back. All my attempts to get a new one have failed because of having severe obsessive-compulsive disorder. Probably not the reply you were expecting, but it's a question I can answer that most reading probably can't, LOL. Your mom sends me nudes through the mail. Going really well. I don't own a cell phone because I don't want to pay for something I would rarely use. I am typing this on a Wi-Fi only iPad. I have a PC with a Google Voice account for texting. I work from home, have for over 10 years, and really do not leave the house enough that paying a monthly fee makes any sense. What am I missing? Like how anyone can function in today's world without a cell phone. I find my coworker complaining all the time about things at work and why no one lets him know what's going on. Then I have to remind him it's because he doesn't have a proper phone. Then I immediately tell him never to get a smartphone unless he wants to get sucked into crippling internet addiction. Sounds like a subhuman existence. I work with geriatrics, and they are retired, and some are so old they barely know how to work their flip phones. I tell them that they're so damn lucky they don't have to live in this constant hustle generation where we have to have our phone on us 24/7 in order to get a paycheck. My phone will, to phones one personal, one work, and laptop are going off all day long. And then when I get home, they're still ringing, hootin', hollerin'. There's this one Romanian guy who still has a BlackBerry phone from early 2000s. Really nice. I have never had one and will never have one. I hate the way they have taken over human interactions. Now, everywhere I go, all I see are people glued to their phones, totally oblivious to the human right next to them. How am I communicating on this subreddit with APC? Asked this to my friend and he said it's because he's broke to get a new one. Probably wouldn't read this. I know there's computers, but this seems more cell phone app. If they don't have a cell phone, how do you expect them to comment, dummy? You can get a new phone with many companies nowadays and the price is less than $50 if you sign up for the yearly plan. Thanks for watching.